The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's a give up the middle.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The Bills are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
47 yards now on the ground and just 7 carries.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Second down and a yard.
Slot man moves right.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Allen. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got it.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Davis.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Davis will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like the little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throw the quarterback. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
So problems with air passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of the quarterback is simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Play action. Now it's Allen. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Give him 18 on the play.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On play action, Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. Allen going to try and keep it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid, his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building anymore.
Gets through, and now an opening. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And lead is up to 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Stroud looking to throw.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 55 yards.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Allen. Here's a diving catch right side. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him,
puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Texans scoop it.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here's Stroud.
That's complete. It's Collins.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field. Hope he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
Stroud to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every...
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Allen going to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number
1. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 2nd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Allen again.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the right hash, this from 53. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 5. Stroud.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly,
when they went to the tunnel with a lead, they come back out with a lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches remember perfections in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
84 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air, Allen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing now is Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Torres. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Bills have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly need business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And I think the ball's out.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. And he'll get this to the 32.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Down the sideline he goes. He's on his way.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bills have broken the tie.
Extra point by Bass. Up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple. Stroud will look to throw once more. This ball taken in here by Brooks.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down and 6 now. Now Stroud.
Dumps that off to Ware. And shoves him off at the 20. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, They've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And Stroud now to throw.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35, here comes 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Stroud.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. That was a textbook example of how to be aggressive at the point of attack.
Yeah, make sure you take care of the line of scrimmage. No way they can get upfield on that one. And then how about the force he brought on that tackle? Let them know they need to be aggressive from this point on.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Pass on for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Stroud.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Stroud.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketing the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game, you really have no chance to win the football game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 58 yards.
And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass. Up and good.
And lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Again, it's Stroud.
He's got it. This is Ware. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Stroud to throw it.
His throw incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance of victory.
Man, you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Texans scoop it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Stroud out of the gun here.
Touchdown!
Nico Collins
From 3 yards out.
and the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Bills 56, Texans 49.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Bills are going to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. And if they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
Could be a house call. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he will get back to at least cover this. Certainly a sigh of relief there. But his offense going to be set up deep in their own territory now.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they should do so with their heads held high. What a performance here by the offense, too. And really, Charles, just a complete domination on both sides of the football.
Both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Buffalo, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.